Hi, early learners. Today I have this alphabet puzzle. We'll learn the letter names, their sounds, and some words that go with each letter. Uh-oh, all the letters are gone. I think somebody hid them somewhere. Let's go find them. Someone hid all the letters in this house. Let's go find them. Let's start in the basement. Open the door. Do you see any letters? Here's the letter D. D says D, dog. Here's the letter U under this rug. U. U says under. Here's the letter L in this laundry basket. L says laundry. Here's the letter J in the washing machine. J says juice. Let's go up into the kitchen. Do you see any letters in the kitchen? Here's the letter X. X says X, like box. Here's the letter Z. Z says Z, zipper. Here's the letter G. G says G, grandma. Do you see any other letters? Let's see if there's anything in the refrigerator. It's the letter E. E says egg. We found all the letters in the kitchen. Let's go to the living room. Do you see any letters in the living room? Here's the letter O. It's on the orange rug. O says on. Here's another letter behind the yarn. It's the letter Y. Y says yarn. There's a letter. This is the letter P. P says plant. Do you see any more letters? Yeah, there's one right here. This is the letter C. C says cat. One more on top of the fireplace. Uh-oh. This is the letter F. F says fire. Let's go up the stairs and into the bathroom. Do you see any letters in the bathroom? Yeah, here's the letter B. B says bathtub. This boy's in a bathtub. B. Here's a letter. T. T says toilet. This is a toilet. Here's the letter M. M says mat. This is a bath mat. Here's another letter next to the shower. This is the letter N. N says nest. Here's one more letter. This is the letter H. H says house. Let's keep going. Let's go up into the bedroom. Do you see any letters in the bedroom? Here's a letter right here. This is the letter I. I says I, iron. This is an iron. Here's a letter right here. Q. Q says quilt. What letter is hiding in this wardrobe? It's the letter W. W says wardrobe. A wardrobe is a place we keep our clothes. Any more letters in here? Oh yeah, over here in the back. Uh-oh. It's the letter S. S says sewing machine. It was next to the sewing machine. We use a sewing machine to make clothes. Let's go up, up, up into the attic. Do you see any letters in the attic? Yeah, here's the letter A. A says attic. The attic is the room at the very top of a house. And here's the letter K. K says kid. Are you a kid? Here's a letter way back here. It's the letter V. V says vanity. Looks like there's one more. Here's the letter R. R says rabbit. Hello, cute rabbit. R. We found all the letters in the house. Now let's go put them back on the puzzle. We found all the letters in the house. Now we need to put them back on the puzzle. Let's start with the letter A. A says apple. Do you see the letter A? Here it is. A. Let's trace the A. Up, down, across. And let's say apple. The next letter is B for basket. Basket. Do you see the letter B? Here it is. B. Let's trace the B. Straight line down, pick up, small loop on top, small loop on the bottom. Let's say basket. The next letter is C for carrots. Let's find the C. Here's a C. C says carrot. Let's trace the C. Curve around and up, but don't touch. Let's say carrots. Next we have D for duck. Duck. Here's a D. Let's trace the D. Straight line down, pick up, curve around. And let's say duck. Next, we have the letter E for egg. Do you see the E? Here it is. E. E says egg. Let's trace the E. Straight line down, line on top, line in the middle, line on the bottom. E. Let's say egg. Next we have the letter F. F says fish. Do you see the F? F. Let's trace the F. Straight line down, pick up, line on the top, line on the middle. Let's say fish. We did the top row. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G for grapes. Let's find the G. Here it is. G says G. Grapes. Let's trace the G. Start at the top, up and around, and give it a line across. Say G, 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 G. Grapes. Next we have the letter H for house. H, where are you? Here you are. H says house. Let's trace the H. Straight line down, pick up, line across the middle. H. House. Next, I for insect. Here's the I. Let's trace the I. Straight line down, pick up, line on the top, line on the bottom. I. Say insect. Next we're looking for the letter J. J says J, jump rope. J, where are you? There you are. J, 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 J. The J is jumping. Let's trace the J. Start at the top, straight line down, curve into a hook. J. Let's say J, 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 jump rope. Next we need the letter K for key. K is right here. Here's a K. What color is this K? Right, it's purple. Let's trace the K. Straight line down, pick up, line slanted on the top, slanted to the bottom. And let's say k, 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 key. Next we need the letter L. L for leaves. 1, 2, 3. 3 leaves. Here's the L. Let's trace the L. Straight line down, line across the bottom. What color is this L? Red. It's a red L. And let's say leaves. Next we need the letter M. M is for moon. That's the moon. Do you see the M? Here it is, right next to it. What color is this M? Blue. And let's trace the M. Start at the bottom, straight line up, slant down, slant up, straight line down. M. Let's say moon. Now we did the second row. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Let's find the N. N is for nest. Here's the N. What color is this N? Green. A green N. And let's trace the N. Start at the bottom, straight line up, slanting down, straight line up. N. N says nest. Next we need the letter O. O looks like a circle. O is for octopus. Octopus. Do you see the letter O? Here's the letter O. Let's trace the O. Make a circle. And what color is this O? Orange. O says octopus. Next we need the letter P. P is for pear. Pear. A pear is a kind of fruit. Here's the letter P. What color is this P? It's purple. P says purple and pear. Let's trace the P. Straight line down, pick up, give it a belly on top. And let's say pear. Next is the letter Q for quail. A quail is a type of bird. Do you see the letter Q? Here it is. What color is this Q? It's red. Let's trace the Q. Draw a circle, pick up, and put a line through it. Q says quail. Next is the letter R for ring. Ring. Where are you, R? There you are, R. What color is this R? Blue. Let's trace the R. Straight line down, pick up, give it a belly, and a line. R. Let's say ring. Next, we're looking for the letter S for sock. S. Here it is. What color is this S? It's green. And let's trace the S. Start at the top, wiggle to the left, down to the right, back up to the left. S. S says sock. One more letter in this row, the letter T. T for tie. A tie is something you wear around your neck to look fancy. Let's see, here's the letter T. T. What color is this T? Orange. And let's trace the T. Straight line down, pick up, line across. T. T says tie. We're almost done. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. U for umbrella. Here's the U. Let's trace this U. Start at the top, down, come up and around and back up. U says umbrella. Umbrella. Next is the letter V for vine. Here's the V. Let's trace the V. Start at the top, slant down, slant up. V. V says vine. Next, we need the letter W for whale. Whale. Here's the W. Let's trace the W. Slant down, slant up, slant down, slant up. W. It's like two V's put together. Let's say Whale. Next is the letter X. X for X-ray. Here's the letter X. X says X, or I can just say its name, X. Let's trace the X. Slant down, pick up, slant across. X, 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 X-ray. Only two more. We need the letter Y for yarn. Y. Here's the Y. Y says yarn. Let's trace the Y. Slant down, line down. Y. Let's say yarn. Last letter is Z for zipper. Here's the Z. Let's trace the Z. Straight line across, slant down, straight line on the bottom. Z. Say Z, zipper. We did our whole alphabet. Let's sing our song one more time. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now we know our ABCs. Next time, won't you play with me? Thanks for watching and helping me put back this ABC puzzle. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!